The next session we'll be hearing more from Google and Alibaba, close partners with PanPages. So up next, we have a speaker that is experienced in selling Google Adwords to SMEs, and he is also the leader of Google's Channel Partnerships Organization in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Matthew Heller, the head of Channel Sales Southeast Asia, based in Google Singapore. Welcome.
Thank you. The lights down. I like that video. It always puts me in a good mood. I remember that moment in my own life. So, hi, my name is Matt Heller. I'm the head of channel sales for Google Southeast Asia. So I lead our premier SME partner program, which is a program we've developed for working with SMEs around the world, where we identify kind of key blue chip partners in different markets who have a proven track record of success in helping SMEs succeed with Google's products. And we invest in those partners, and we invest time and knowledge and money. And PanPages is a terrific partner in helping to lead our business growth in Malaysia. So it's really nice to be here. And thank you very much for your time. I know many of you are leading your own business or responsible for marketing in your business, so it's very valuable to have your time, and I'll do my best to make sure you get a good return on your investment today. Should we get started? I'll jump in. Okay. Title of my presentation today is, If Not Now, When? And what we're looking here on the big screen, this is Felix Baumgartner. And in October of 2012, he's standing there on a space capsule, by the way. So it is what it looks like. It's a man standing on the outside of a space capsule. And in October 2012, exactly 65 years after humans first broke the sound barrier in a jet, he jumped off this space capsule with a parachute, and he fell 39 kilometers to Earth. And on his way down, he broke the sound barrier. And when he landed, he actually ended up setting 5 Guinness Book of World Records for a whole range of things. And, it's an amazing story. And I like this moment because I like to think about, what was he thinking about at this moment when he's standing there? And he's been getting ready forever, and if not now, when? And so if you think about what that moment is like, I think in some ways that's where we are in the internet today. And especially for businesses here in Southeast Asia, here in Malaysia, we have all this great information. We know the world is changing fast, and you guys are in the right place. We clearly have leaders here that are thinking about how do you take advantage of all this? How do you grow your business? So again, maybe it's a little similar where we're sitting on this platform trying to decide what to do. So again, why am I here? This one is easy, actually. For Google, we see more growth from SMEs in Asia than from any other region in the world. Again, for us in Singapore, we see a higher percentage of SMEs using Google AdWords than in the UK or the US. And SMEs are spending more on our online advertising products. In the 10 largest markets in Asia, the growth is faster than we see in the US, which is amazing. So I know I'm in the right place today, spending time with you, our most important customer segment. I'm going to talk to you about 4 things today. I want to talk to you a little bit about technology, which is really what Google is, a technology company. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about people and how they're responding to the technology. And I specifically want to talk to you about business and how businesses are finding opportunities. And then the last thing I want to talk to you is business leaders, specifically what you can do to take advantage of the opportunities that we see at Google. This is the Atlas robot from a company we bought last year called Boston Dynamics. And computer science is making amazing things possible, and whether it's robotics or self-driving cars, I mean the amount of change is incredible, and we pay for all of this at Google and support all of our R&D by being very good at one thing, which is connecting customers and businesses together. And that's also where you see us continuing to make significant investments in how can we help businesses connect with new customers, and it pays for all the neat things we're working on that will be the next generation. So I'm going to talk a little bit about technology. Where are we today in terms of technology? The way we see it at Google, it's very early. It's early morning. There are 2.5 billion people online, and the rest of them have not woken up yet, but they will. So while it feels like there's a lot of change around us, it's a very slow time. Today, in terms of change and technology and our customers, today is the slowest day we're ever going to see. It only gets faster with each day. And while many of you in this room, you're here for the right reasons, you're leading, you're learning, and you're in the right place, I think you get it. You see all the change, and you're here investing your time in learning how you can take advantage of it. But I think it's good. So we all know things are changing fast, but I think it's good for us to stop sometimes and remind ourselves kind of how fast things are changing. This is a slide from 2010. This is how people are spending their time in terms of media consumption. So this is just a couple years ago, right? But it's before we had all these screens in our living room, and it's before we even had tablets. And if you look, people spend about 40% of their time on TV, 30% on digital, and maybe 24% on traditional media. Flash forward 3 years to where we are today, and you can see people are watching less TV. They're spending more time on digital and traditional media, less and less time with traditional media. And in fact, at Google, what we see when we start to look at younger demographics, they're really spending almost no time watching, linear TV, the kind of TV where you turn it on and you see what's on and you wait. I don't know how many, I suspect a lot of you have children in the room. It's not how young people engage with TV anymore. They're spending more and more time on digital, and whether it's a tablet or their mobile phone or a laptop or, kind of whatever comes next. And young people are spending almost no time with print and traditional media. So the world's changing fast, and I think this is a good reminder. See if my slides can change as fast. There we go. These were our living room. They don't look like this anymore. Now they look, I think, a little more like this. This is frighteningly familiar to my living room. Our offices used to look like this. Now they look like this. And we see it. People are constantly connected. Hey, pretty good. I was looking around to see how many people are on their phone here, but you take the train in from the airport, coming in the airport, look around, everyone is on their phone. So all we have to do is look around to see this, but we're all connected all the time to the people we care about, the people we work with, and I know this is nothing new. We've heard about this. We see it in our lives all around us. And it's only going to get faster. If you look, right now, there's about 7 billion people on the earth, and 2.8 billion are online. But you look at where this is going. Our chairman, Eric Schmidt, there's going to be 8 billion people on the planet in 5 or 6 years. And we actually believe at Google that all 8 billion will be connected and have access to the internet. So if you think things have changed a lot in the last 3 years, hold on for the next few more. Okay, I want to talk to you a little bit about people. So I gave you a little bit about technology, and we can see how our world is changing fast. But people, let's talk about how people are responding to this change. And here's a quick view. This is something that Evian put together and put up on YouTube. And I think it gives you some interesting ideas of what people are thinking about.
Here come the stable. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew in the area. Still money like that. No, we don't die. Yes, we multiply. Anyone press we the fire they say. I got we go. I know what both don't know. Let's them up and go. Here come the stable. I'm the lyrical gangster. Big up the crew.
All right, I like that. So 20 million views on YouTube, the Evian babies, really popular. And what I like about it is that it reminds me that I think when you're thinking about digital and thinking about the internet, it's really good to look at it through a child's eyes or look at it through a young person's view, kind of from a digital native. So, my children grow up in this world. This is all they know. So you don't want to think about it like a gal or a guy from the 70s or even worse from the 60s, like myself. And it reminds me to kind of take a fresh view. So lots of change in our lives, right? Lots of technology, but people, if you look at fundamentally at their desires, their needs, their wants, are not changing much. People want 3 things, right? They want to love, they want to learn, and they want to live. That hasn't changed at all. And I think the only thing we're really seeing change is how they're loving, learning, and living. And what are they doing and how are they experiencing the world? And I wanted to share with you some of the trends that we see at Google about how people are responding and how they're experiencing the world differently. A couple things. So they want to love. And what do people love more than ever now? They love control. So this first example, what you can see is with TV. So when I used to watch TV, right, I would watch a show, and I would enjoy it, and it would be an hour long, and I'd have to wait until next week for the next episode, and I'd wait, and then sometimes I'd miss it, and I'd be frustrated. It doesn't work that way anymore. If you look at HBO, Netflix, everything that's coming, when they release a show now, they release the whole thing. And you can decide whenever you want when you want to watch it. And my wife and I are always arguing. We're always in bed. She says, I say, let's watch one more. And she says, no, we got to go to work in the morning. But that's the way people are now. They love control and being able to do things when they want. Choice. If you look at a lot of the leading manufacturers today, and whether it's the Mini Coopers that are up on the screen here, or Nike, or Vans shoes, they're allowing people to customize products however they want them. And increasingly, that's what our customers want. They want the product exactly how they want it, and they want it now. You can see on the slide here, this is one of these drones that Amazon has, Google's developing, that will deliver products to people right when they order them. And this is a little ways off, but I think the concept you can see is our customers today, when they want something, they want it now. And in fact, we see at Google that people will pay more for retailers that have the products in stock that a customer wants. And the other thing people love is they love to create and curate and share. And you see this, whether it's maybe the 1 million people who follow the Barcelona football team, or maybe the 5,000 people here in Malaysia that follow Maxis's Merdeka Day channel. But regardless, whether it's a big mass market product or a niche, people love being able to find information and entertainment that they want, curate it, and share it with their friends. And the figures we see on YouTube are incredible. We're seeing now, I think it's 100 hours per minute being uploaded to Google, to our YouTube product in terms of new video. And then the sharing piece, I think there are 500 years of watch time being shared on YouTube, on Facebook every day. And then Twitter, 700 tweets a minute contain a YouTube link. So, people, they find things they love and they share it. And you all see this in their lives. Learn. So how are people learning? So Michael was talking earlier about the web is an incredible way to learn. We're seeing 5 billion searches per day. More than 30% of those on mobile phones. And in Malaysia, it's higher on the mobile phones, close to 50%, where people, they expect instant information. When they want to learn, when they want to know something, they look it up. And that's going to be the norm going forward. People like to learn from experts. So something I love about the web, you have very passionate people sharing what they're passionate about. And usually if someone's passionate about something, they're good to learn from. An example here is, this is a cosmetic celebrity. Her name is Michelle Pham. She's got 6 million followers on YouTube, really showing people new ideas of what they can do with makeup. So who would have known? We love to learn from experts. We learn from patterns. So we're seeing a lot of this at Google, whether it's the different devices that people are wearing now, the watches, and that will tell you about your health. They'll give you some idea what your heart is doing, what's going on with your body. And you can learn from those patterns and from others how to be healthier. Or Google Maps are another terrific way. So as we drive around and we can see where other drivers are and we can see where traffic is, which I know is something in KL extremely important. So how we can learn from patterns, maybe to find a better way home using Google Maps. So increasingly people are learning from patterns. And last and perhaps most importantly, people are learning from other people. So again, whether it's Facebook or G+, or WhatsApp or Line, people reach out to other people when they want to learn. And again, they expect instant answers. And whether it's the front lines of a revolution like this picture, or just, hey, what are your kids during the day, or what are your colleagues? You stay in touch. We learn from each other constantly. I could go on and on with these trends, but again, I think the key idea is that people are doing things differently, but they have the same fundamental needs. In terms of they want to love, they want to learn, they want to live. What's different, what we're seeing is it's just how they experience it. So when you hear WWW, you don't want to think about World Wide Web. I think a better thing to remember and keep in mind with your customers is, it's what do we want, when do we want, where we want it, when we want it. And it's just our customers and consumers are getting very demanding, and we want everything now, and that's really the world we see. Let's talk about business a little bit. I like this video a lot. This is a customer for us in Singapore. It's a company called Gallions, and they're an equipment rental firm. And the reason I chose this video, Gallions is a 30-some-year-old company, and they use digital marketing, they use Adwords, not because it's the latest and greatest and they thought they had to jump into the internet, but rather because they determined that it was the most effective, the most reliable, and the lowest cost way to acquire new customers. So let's hear what they have to say.
We have about 2,600 pieces of machine under our rental fleet. My name is Desmond Ong. I'm the founder and CEO of the company called Gallions Singapore Private Limited. Our company has been established for 30 years. I would definitely recommend Google AdWords to all the marketers, especially the B2B business. We found that the traditional method of marketing is no more efficient. And most important, as we cannot control over it. We realize that we need to go into this online marketing. Google AdWords is an immediate, real-time response. So I think it helped us tremendously, especially our marketing competitiveness. It is very useful and very direct, and you have full control over it. I am 100% supportive.
Okay, so how different are B2B customers? How different are people when they're buying? Again, lots of new changes to technology, but people want the same thing, right? They want the best price, they want the best quality, and they want to know if something's in stock and available. That piece is not changing. And I think what is changing, though, is, and you've heard today from others, but consumers and business buyers are seeking information from more and more places. The consumers are in control now, right? They have all the information at their fingertips. And I think we see that in our own lives before we buy anything, the amount of information that we want to get. And in fact, how frustrated we can get when we can't get information. So this is what consumers expect. And they've always researched products, but what's changing is, I think, how they look at products. So I think when someone's looking to buy, say, a new laptop, in this example, we're seeing a lot less of things like this, and less things like this, and a lot more of this. It's just too fast. They want instant gratification, and whether they're searching on their phones or a laptop, people, before they buy anything, research, and this is increasingly how they do it. This is the new trade show. This is the Rolodex. It's all happening in people's hands. I've been talking today a lot about Google AdWords and Google Search. I wanted to take a minute to make sure everybody knows what I'm talking about. Okay. So let's say this is my new condominium here in KL with my brand new dishwasher, and I come home to this. I'm not very happy. My dishwasher is broken. What are you going to do, right? Maybe you'd call a cousin, but I think more often than not, people search, right? So they go to Google and they type in, washing machine service in Kuala Lumpur. And this could be on their phone, this could be on a laptop, it doesn't matter. Google Search and AdWords works the same on any device. They type in, I need repair in Kuala Lumpur for my washing machine, and something like this comes up on one of their screens, right? And what you're looking at here is the search results, and you can see down below are the organic listings for different people that can help them with service. And on the right and on the top, these are AdWords ads. And these are paid advertising. And the key thing you want to know about AdWords, there's three things you want to understand. It's reach, relevancy, and ROI. And what do I mean by that? Well, when you run your ads on AdWords, you can reach KL, you can reach Malaysia, you can reach the whole world, all different devices, all different interests. So nothing offers broader reach than Google AdWords. And by relevancy, the key with AdWords, what makes it work, is these ads only display related to what I'm looking for. So if I'm looking for a washing machine repair in KL, these are the ads that come up. And finally, ROI. This is a pay-per-click advertising model where you, as the business owner, only pay when someone clicks on your ad. And that ensures that you're getting value and the relevant customers that are ready to buy coming to you. So this is a quick view on how AdWords works. Let's talk about search. People search throughout their day, right? I need an ATM. I need a cup of coffee. I'm planning a trip to Rawa. As people move through their day, they search. All of these moments when they're searching have context. Where is the nearest ATM? I need money. I want to buy a barbecue. Maybe it's the weekend and I'm planning a party. I'm planning a trip. All of these people search when they're thinking about something they want. And what we've done at Google, the context also, we have some idea of where people are, we have some idea about them, and we basically pull all of that context together, and we end up with millions of people searching throughout their day, billions of moments, and then our systems on the back end try to sort through all of this and deliver our advertisers search ads at the exact moment that matters to your business. So this is the key. So what you can see here is this woman was searching throughout her day, but at a couple points in her day, she was looking at things related to a trip. Maybe this is the moment that a travel agent would like to show their ad. And that's the key to AdWords, is we allow you to win these moments and find new customers. A couple trends in search. People search for local businesses and they take action. So 94%, this was actually done in Malaysia, 94% of smartphone users have looked for local information. 90% have taken action as a result. And then this is a key piece you might know. After people search on their phone, 55% of purchases occurred within 1 hour of people searching on their phone. So this is the key with AdWords, right? Ready buyers. When I'm searching for something, I want to buy it. And the other key takeaway on this slide is it's local. People are looking for local business. People are searching across multiple devices. And people search online before they buy things offline. I think we all see this in our own lives, but 87% of users surveyed in Malaysia have researched a product or service on their phone. And we know, again, people want things now, so they may research online and then buy offline. One of the key trends that we see around the world, and particularly here in Southeast Asia and Malaysia, is the consumers are running way out ahead of the businesses. So if we look, the consumers in Malaysia, they're searching, they're right there, they want everything now. But as we saw from the statistics earlier, many of the businesses in Malaysia aren't ready. They can't be found. So that's one of the things I wanted to do today, was help close this gap. So as customers in Malaysia are searching for businesses, we can make sure that they're found. And this is why, this is probably my most important slide. Show up or let others win. So I've talked a lot today about how people search, more and more people are searching in Malaysia, but we've got the data at Google, and I picked one category. This is beauty and personal care. And if you look at the gray graph, you can see that searches for beauty and personal care are growing like 29% year over year, which is incredible growth, right? So more and more people are searching for beauty and personal care. And remember, when people are searching, these are not just, this isn't just data from Google. These are people that want help with their hair, or they want help with their skin, and they're asking questions. And if you have a skincare product or a service related to hair, you've got to be there, right? How could people be looking for your products and services here in KL and you're not showing up? The other black line, which is really interesting, I think, those are clicks on ads. So what you can see is more and more ads and more people clicking. So I think the other thing to remember is if you're not showing up, who is? All right, I'm going to wrap up, but a couple key things. More and more businesses get this and understand it. And again, you guys are smart. You're in the right place. But what we see at Google is that we see that businesses who understand digital, who get this, who are online, are growing 40% faster than those who are not. So let me wrap up and just tell you what you can do here to take action. Back to Felix. Okay, this is Grumpy Cat. His real name is Tartar Sauce. He's got about 150,000 followers on YouTube, and I believe he's got a movie deal. I think he's a very demanding customer when I look at him. And what I want you guys to think about, see if this works, is I want to challenge you as business leaders to be your own most demanding customers. 3 things. You got to show up. And these are what our most successful AdWords advertisers around the world are doing. They're showing up, they're wising up, and they're speeding up. So specifically, we see our most successful AdWords customers. They show up when their customers are looking. They think like their customers. They show up in the right places at the right time. You want to be on search, you want to be on mobile, and you want to be on Google Maps. And they win these moments that matter. They're wising up too. We've heard a lot today. Learn. When you work with an organization like PanPages, they can show you what is working and what is not. And as you see, understand what your customers are looking for. You know where they're coming from, and learn by doing. Keep testing, keep improving. Challenge PanPages to show you what's working or not, and learn from what's working, and keep doing more of it. And the last piece is, and this is particular for me, is to speed up. We got to keep up with our customers. The customers in Malaysia are racing ahead, and we got to stay up with them. Couple basics. You got to make sure we have accurate phone numbers, location, information, opening hours for your business on Google. Make sure your website looks great on all devices, and particularly mobile. And that's easy to do with PanPages. They have terrific products that will make that very simple for you. And then I see a lot of our SMEs around the world, they're challenged in terms of enough time. They don't have time in their day. They don't have the expertise to use Google. And we recommend to them that they work with a Google Premier SME partner to help them, like PanPages. What's the difference? There's lots of ways to get started with Google. A Premier SME partner has a proven track record of success in delivering results to other SMEs. And they offer AdWords as an easy-to-buy managed service where you pay a monthly fee and they deliver results. And the last thing is that they're experts trained directly by Google. So we make sure they have our latest information. They make sure they understand it. And we work very closely together to make sure they're delivering results. So again, lots of ways to get started with Google, but make it easy, work with an expert. And I encourage you today, before you leave here, make your time worthwhile. Talk to the experts at PanPages and tell them what you want to do with your business, okay? And don't tell them you want more clicks or you want more impressions. Nobody wants that. You want more customers. But be specific with them and tell them, what do you want? Do you want more phone calls? Do you want more walk-in traffic? Do you want more people to know who your business is and how you differ from your competitors? Let PanPages know and then hold them responsible for the results. From my experience with them, they'll deliver. This is Felix on the capsule. Both feet in, he jumps. And I think what's cool about this, as you watch, as he gets closer and closer to Earth, everything becomes clearer. So he survives. My last day, I leave you with a question today. For those of you who are going, we now all understand these changes, and we think about the world. And when it comes to leading your business and making the decisions that will keep you competitive, if not now, when? And when you as business leaders, if you don't lead, who will? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you so much for sharing with us.